and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be discussing the game Earth Defense Force 6. Now, I was hoping to do gameplay footage on this game tonight. I just got notification that it hit the store and it was in my wish list. I had done some video on this in the past. I did a few of the trailers. Now, from my understanding, it's an older game that they kind of spruced up for the PC or got onto the PC platform, and that it had been out already for a while on another platform, and it got overwhelmingly good reviews, that people liked the game, and I think that's why they kind of migrated it over to the PC. Now, right now, two things jumped out at me when I came to the store to buy it was the mostly negative reviews and the price tag. Now, the retail on this is $59.99. That's a lot. They gave a 10% discount, which doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, normally you see a 12 to 15% discount on day one. So they want $53.99 for this game. Now, for me, that's like 2 games I could buy for that much money. In some cases, that could be 3 games I could buy for that much money. So I'm asking you as the audience, do you think this game is worth that money? It's not like I'm a cheapskate or anything, but I kind of really would like somebody else's perspective. Obviously, people have bought it because people have reviewed it, but that seems to be a lot of money there. Now, the mostly negative reviews, now we could go into there, but I had already gone in and cherry picked a bunch of the reviews. I spent a lot of time looking at the reviews and really looking at the negative reviews and what people were saying. People had some legitimate reasons why they gave it negative reviews. The legitimate reason was that it was crashing. The game was crashing constantly on them. Now, this could be a couple reasons why a game would crash for some folks and not others. You could have need your graphics card updated. You could be using the wrong DirectX. You even could have your virus protection getting in the way of it. There could be a boatload of reasons. Now, one of the negative reviews is the person that described what was going on, but they never described that they tried to repair the game or if they tried to uninstall it and reinstall it. So, you know, that would be one of the things I would try: repair, uninstall, reinstall, if that came down to that. And then see if the game was still giving you problems. Then check your drivers for your video card. Then you would check, again, your DirectX, maybe downgrading your DirectX. I know that's sad to have to say, but sometimes that will do it. You know, you never know what's causing those disconnects. Or it could be just day one problems with the game, right? They got to get the data. They got to get these crash data for them to be able to pinpoint exactly what's causing the game to crash, and maybe they just need to fix it on their side. Those are legitimate concerns. The crossplay nonsense, we're going to talk about 2 aspects of that. The first one being is people felt they would be able to cross-play with PlayStation. And at this time, I guess you can't. You can cross-play between Steam and the Epic Store. You can cross-play there, but you're still on the PC, really. But you can't really play with the people on the PlayStation yet. They haven't got that figured out. Now, let's talk about the Epic Store connection. People do not like the fact that they need to create an Epic account to play this game. And the game is designed where when you load it up, I guess, or you installed it, or you try to do any multiplayer part of the game, it asks for your Epic Store stuff. Now, the GUI interface that they give you during that pop-up window within the game has also caused people not to be able to log in because it says invalid email address. Now, my recommendation for those people that are getting that error is close the game. Close it right down. Even close the Steam store. If you have to go to your task manager, do that. Close it all down. Close Epic down. Then open Epic. Make sure you're logged into the Epic store. And then initiate the game through Steam. And hopefully with the store already being connected or up, that when you go to launch your multiplayer and it says log in, it might just see that open already, that you're already, and then bypass that together, or at least allow you to put the email address in and your credentials in, and maybe at that time it's going to say, oh yeah, I mean that connection. My guess being is the connection just wasn't there. If you're giving an error message that it doesn't recognize the email. But that's my suggestion. Maybe that will fix it, maybe it won't. But people were really negative about the fact that you had to have the third-party add-on. That's what they would consider it. Now with me, Epic is, for me as a YouTuber, Epic is is a great place in my opinion. They give you free games all the time. I spend a lot of time playing games that they've given me for free. So I like that about that. They've got other games that I've paid for. So having, being logged into either platform does not bother me. I do a lot of Steam reviews because that's my preferable platform. I prefer Steam. I do like Epic. There's nothing to say bad things about them. It's just that if you're asking me what game, window, or store I want to be in at any given time, I prefer the Steam platform. All right, so going on to the negative reviews. Now, the connection to the Epic, the Epic thing was a big one. There were some sound effects, translations that are not done correctly, and then there were some obvious sound glitches when it came to various things that you did in the game. So people complained about that these weird sounds or these high-pitched sounds or sounds that just didn't make sense were in the game. That got some negative reviews. We're going to click on it real quick here, just so that I'm not lying to you. Now let's we're going to go for the most recent. We're going to go playtime over an hour. I'm going to just refresh this. I think that's a good, fair pick. Oh, I just reset. Okay, recent playtime over an hour. Now, I think that's a good pick of the apple. I think, if people have an agenda and they want to review bomb a game, they're going to do that in the first, 12 hours. So we're beyond that. We're into the next day. So I think I'm going to get really people that didn't really feel that they had to run to the starting line to throw a bad review down. I'm getting those people that kind of let it marinate, and decided they wanted to give it a review, which is the recent. So again, the Epic Store. This person's the Epic Store. Thumbs down, thumbs up. Now we're going to see pages of thumbs up here. We're going to get this thumbs down. This one here is about the Epic server and software, and is a negative to the game. Then we're gonna get a bunch of thumbs up here. This is recent. Okay, and then we get back to here, and this was the translation that I was talking about. This person was talking about the translation problems. This person kind of like does a bard tale or a little poem or a little ditty, and then they cap it off with the Epic Store problem. Can't play the game, getting that device error. Now I talked about that. You could try updating your card. You could try various repair it, uninstall it, reinstall it. This person's a longtime fan of the game. A bunch of thumbs up here. Negative review because of the Epic thing. Again, nothing thumbs down about the actual game. A lot of people will give a review detailing aspects of the game that are a problem. A lot of these thumbs down, outside of crashing, just seems to be the Epic Game Store. Here again, I have to have a third-party online service, Epic Store. I bought this for I don't know what this is. I bought this for EDF, not EGS. Take this crap out. I think that's Epic Store. I'm going to translate that to be Epic Store. This is the crashing. This person justifies the Epic Store in their review. This person is this one is the sounded of the diesel engine. So again, this was sound effects in the game that weren't done correctly or had a problem. So we're still running through this with a lot of thumbs up. Epic service is there, thumbs down. And then we get to here. I was going to spend some time here to write a comical but scathing review of this trash game. But the community really stepped their game up in here and did its part. Okay, under the hatred for data mining and extra launch, Epic Store. This is Epic Store. So this person decided to kind of hide the he could have probably just wrote it down. I don't like the Epic Store. In my opinion of this game, I would say it's pretty trash. It goes on to say I've actually played it about 80 minutes so far, and half of what I was walking and listening, some old guy yell at me, which, being honest, I didn't want to hang out with my dad. Okay. The rest of the time was spent shooting bubble-headed alien machines with terrible collision that didn't. Okay. This is the meat and potatoes I was talking about. I shouldn't have kind of poofed this guy after reading about his Epic issue. That's just part of his thing. Minute you next minute your dad's yelling at you, telling you to clean up your room. 10 minutes later, you're shooting frogs or something. I don't know. It also seems like this game has lost a lot of what made it fun. Why is there some 20-minute Star Wars style intro in all the text explaining what's happening in the last game? Well, some people like that. That's part of the role play aspect of a game, I guess. What is the hell do I how do I care? I mean, I just think maybe this person is a younger generation, I'm going to guess, and it just doesn't. I mean, to me, this feels like a retro game. So if you appreciate retro, then the cutscenes and the weird scrolling and the Starship Trooper nonsense, that's kind of like part of the stick, right? Okay, this game is wild so far. All right, well, I think I've made my point here that I think valid concerns on some of the stuff. The Epic Store, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be problematic for some folks to have to, have the extra launcher going on. But again, I've used the Epic Store going on, what, 10, 15 years? I mean, when they opened it, and the free games that they give all the time just leads me to believe, they seem to be a fair company. I have bought products from them and never had a concern. Again, this just comes down to me to, is it worth the $53.99? And I'll let you folks let me know about that. All right, well, hopefully this video found you well. I did want to talk about it tonight, and again, I wanted it to be play footage, but again, I'm not going to dump into something that has scathing, mostly negatives, and having that much money required to get in. I mean, I guess I could spend that and then refund it if I really wanted to, but I don't know. All right, I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.